Welcome again to this edition of FiTV, Florida Internet and television station where we bring the Capitol issues to you. We are here at Andrew's Restaurant in downtown Tallahassee, just across from the Capitol, and we are here on Inauguration Day. It is an amazing day, lots of foot traffic, cabinet members getting sworn in, the governor's getting sworn in, and today I am joined by Brian Burgess, publisher of the Capitolist. Welcome, Brian.
Glad to be here. It's a fun day.
Well, look, you clearly run the most read online publication out there.
We had a big year last year. With the recount and with the election cycle, obviously it was a big year. It pushed our traffic numbers through the roof. We had just exceptional growth. I'm not going to say we're number one yet, but we're working in the right direction.
You're getting there. Okay, but first, you know, there's this old rumor of when you worked for a previous governor, how you were the adversary of adversaries of the Capitol Press Corps, yet I see a badge. What's your badge today?
First of all, I had a job to do. 8 years ago, I was inside that little bubble over there, just watching. I was really a prisoner to the circumstances of Rick Scott becoming governor, because once it starts, you can't control it. But now, yes, it's true. I have become what I despise, media. I have a media pass so I can cover Ron DeSantis in the inauguration.
You definitely are telling stories different than most of the traditional media as well. I think everyone knows you for your macabre pictures of who in the Capitol is stabbing who and a little bit of Roman intrigue. So
we try to have fun. We try to have some fun.
You definitely believe it. Okay, so today is about the pomp and circumstance. What are you most looking forward to seeing today?
Well, first of all, it's a fun day. We're getting a lot of change today. The entire cabinet of the statewide officers is being changed out. You've got 4 new cabinet officers, including the governor. So it's not just about Ron DeSantis, although certainly that's what this big ceremony and the flyover and all those things are going to be about today. But there's a lot of change and there's a lot of excitement in the air because of that. Mm-hmm. I always like the flyover. There's going to be a flyover of jets. They practiced yesterday with only a couple of them I saw, and I love that part.
Wait, I thought the jets were for us.
No. That's actually for this new governor that's coming out.
Okay.
His name is Ron DeSantis, and they're flying him right. It's Air Force. It's cool. So that's fun, but they shoot cannons off. In a minute, it's going to get really loud.
Let's agree to disagree. It's for both. We'll just say it's for both.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
All right. Fair enough.
The show is getting pretty big.
So, what do you think the story that's going to get written that we'll see in tomorrow's papers about the inauguration? I mean, what do you see Governor DeSantis leading off with? What key messages are you hearing?
Well, he's going to speak at a luncheon later today, and he's going to carry a bold change for a brighter future is his sort of mantra, his theme for this inauguration, and probably for the first session. He's going to try to do some bold things, to make some bold changes, and make a statement, put his stamp on the governor's mansion. Yeah. And Rick Scott, he was there for 8 years, and you can already see it in the media. There's been stories already written about how Ron DeSantis is not Rick Scott. Sure, he's Republican. Yes, he's conservative. He's going to do some conservative things. He's going to do some Donald Trump things. He's going to sort of make his own mark in his own way, and he's a very cerebral guy from everything I've learned about him.
So any of Governor Scott's legacies carried forward in Governor DeSantis' time? I
think the challenge is to carry forward all the successes. There's been a number of successes that Rick Scott can point to, which is the jobs growth that he's had. He focused relentlessly on that, and I think it's always a challenge because there's only so much any governor can do in terms of controlling how the economy grows.
Right.
So there's things you can do to promote growth, and Rick Scott relentlessly focused on those things. But even if Ron DeSantis does all the same things and even does it a little bit better, there's always other forces that could be at work, and you don't know what the economy may bring.
Right.
But as long as he brings that commitment to keeping limited government and those things, that's going to happen.
Right.
That legacy, I think, will carry forward. I think what you're going to see is a difference in style, more so than in terms of substance.
What differences are you seeing right now in style?
Well, I haven't yet. It's like I still, a lot of us don't yet know Ron DeSantis. I think this town is looking eagerly forward to the stamp he's going to put on things. He's very reserved, I think, in some ways. And Rick Scott, in terms of rhetorically, they're a little bit different. Rick Scott was never a great speaker. It was one of my regrets as a guy who likes to write speeches and did that sort of stuff for him, is that he wasn't a great orator. Ron DeSantis isn't a great orator, but he's a very cerebral communicator, and he's able to get his ideas across in a way that's possibly a little more effective than Rick Scott. Rick Scott was one of his most effective weapons was staying on message relentlessly, but that does get old. So I think you're going to see a little bit more Jeb in there, willing to talk more.
Broader message.
I think we'll see, but I think it might be fun for reporters for the media gaggles and things where he will actually talk and possibly not necessarily go off message, but have the ability and the rhetorical ability to expand on that message more so than just we're focusing on jobs. So,
well, and if you saw Governor DeSantis' time in Congress, I mean, he was that guy. I mean, you could throw anything at him, and he was answering any question that was put forward.
And now he's got a team around him. He's got a professional team. He's got a bigger communication communications staff, and it's required because there's going to be so much more coming at him here than there was in Congress. He'll still be probably a regular guest on Fox News, but he's got this team around him now that can prepare him even better than what he had. He just had a smaller team in Congress, and now it's even larger, and that gives you a lot more options.
Well, Brian, thanks for coming by. I tell you what, we're going to look at the Capitolist and see what insights every week you're sharing. And hey, would you be willing to stick around with us on Inauguration Day and co-host a little bit?
I heard you don't have a co-host right now. You lost your co-host.
I've heard the same. I don't know if we lost him, but we definitely have gained you today. So
I would be happy to stick around.
All right, that'd be great. That's all the time we have for this edition of FiTV. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check us out on our social media and make sure you hit up the Capitolist. Thanks for tuning in.